Hey, welcome to Look to the Children. My name is Dr. Eric Kowalki. I'm a chiropractor in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we do this show the first Thursday of every month. Thanks to ChiroSecure, Dr. Stu Hoffman, for all they do for the chiropractic profession, always backing us up and just moving the ball forward. And we're just grateful for all that ChiroSecure does and looking forward to this show where we bring you practical, real world information that you can use in your practice to get better and grow faster and ultimately serve more people right away today or next week. So I love to do 20 minutes of just content and stuff that you guys can take back to your practice right away. But this show, we're going to do a little bit differently. An article I came across recently just made me really grateful that I get to be a chiropractor and just serve kids. But I think a lot of times we are going into our clinics day in and day out, and we're seeing people, and we kind of just get complacent and comfortable in what we're doing. So I want to give you some stats and information today that hopefully will make you uncomplacent and uncomfortable and just wanting to get better. I think that's something that as we're in practice for a while, in your comfortability and your busyness and just your life, you have a tendency to maybe not want to grow as much personally and professionally as you once did. You kind of feel like, well, I know enough, I'm good enough, we're doing enough, we're getting by. And I hope to encourage you today that we need more really good chiropractors that are just sharing the truth about chiropractic more now than ever before, about the power of the body to heal itself more now than ever before. And the information that I came across and the stats on the health of kids in the United States um, should just bolster that idea to, man, there's way more kids out there that are sick and suffering that need your care, specific chiropractic care, than ever before. And if we ever think that there's just not enough of them, or they won't pay for it, or they won't value it, it's all in our own heads because the data's there. The kids are there. The parents are there. They're looking for a solution. They just don't know that you or I exist in their world. And so we need to be creative and bold in finding out ways to get the information that we have to as many people and parents as possible. So I'll start with this. 27.5 million kids in the United States need regular medical care. We have 6 kids myself. We were sitting on the couch the other night, and my daughter Brooklyn, who's 10, was sitting next to my daughter Stella, who's 12, and they got talking to doctor's visits, and Stella's like, "Yeah, don't you remember when we went in and the guy taps on your knee and you sit on the little thing?" And she's like, "No, I've never done that." She's like, "Yeah, it was like a long time ago." So I'm pretty sure our 10-year-old, we never, I don't know, she claims we never brought her in to a real doctor and had a real exam done on her. Um, but 27.5 million kids need regular medical attention. That's crazy. Regular medical attention means they're going in regularly to a medical doctor for treatment. And we know that's looking at disease care, reactionary disease care that's really treated with pharmaceutical drugs. And um, there's better solutions out there, which is what we do as chiropractors. And I bet you out of those 27.5 million, 90+% of those have never even heard of chiropractic care, especially for their kids. 37% of all U.S. children age 17 and under have at least one diagnosed health condition. 37%. 40% of those kids say it impacts their daily lives at least some of the time. So this is a whole other thing that, like, you think about, parents coming in, the dad's hurting really bad, and we're asking him, is this affecting your ability to go to work or do normal things? How often are we really asking kids that? we're just like, oh yeah, you got a headache or you got this going on or that going on. But is that really affecting that kid's daily life? 40% of those kids, it's affecting their daily life, which how is that affecting their interactions with other kids at school? How is that, um, affecting their ability to concentrate in school, which if they're not getting good grades or they're not concentrating, then they're feeling like they're not good enough. And then that's going to roll over into like lifelong effects of this kid being able to, um, maximize his potential. Uh, Listen to this: allergies. How many? I wish I was live with you guys where you could answer your questions, or I could see your face and talk to you in a room right now or something. But how many kids in the United States? So we're talking 27.5 million need regular medical attention in the United States. 14.4 million of those, 20% of all children 17 and under, are diagnosed with allergies. 14.4 million allergies. 6.1 million asthma, 8% of kids in the US have asthma. 6%, 4.4 million have anxiety problems. 4.4 million kids in the United States have problems with anxiety. 1.5 million, 2.5% of all kids have autism. 1.9 million with depression, which this is brutal and affects so many. And if you're a chiropractor, you know how many people that have anxiety and depression and they come into your clinic and you start finding subluxations and you remove subluxations and you improve the body to heal from the inside out and their brain can talk to their body and all of a sudden they don't have depression and anxiety anymore. But how many kids even know that that's a thing, right? They don't even know what depression or anxiety is. Hopefully they're just how they feel. And then 2.1 million kids have genetic disorders. 76%, listen to this, 76% of children 6 to 17 do not get the recommended amount of physical activity every single day. 76%. 13.6 million kids lack adequate healthcare access. 9.4 million kids are part of children's health insurance programs, 9.4 million, which means take the 27.5 million. So majority of those kids don't even have access to health insurance or healthcare initiatives. So this whole study is just on how do we help kids become healthier. And I think we need to like figure out as chiropractors, sometimes we just get sick of saying the same thing over and over again. We get up in front of a room and you're doing a class or a workshop and you're like 20% of kids have allergies, 8% of kids have asthma, 4.5 million have anxiety, 1.5 million have autism. Chiropractic care is a solution for this. And sometimes you just get sick of saying it, but that's a lot of people. You can say the same thing over and over every day for 50 years to new people, and it's the first time they're ever hearing it. And I think we get just bored almost with just sharing principled chiropractic, sharing chiropractic at its rawest form of the power of the body heals the body. I think we just get bored with that. And so we just seek other things and think we need to teach it a different way, or we need to get more sciencey with it. And however you feel like you communicate it the best, I think I just encourage you to just own what you really know and what people understand and can take action on. In a room, you want people going like this, right? But I think it's really important to understand that our next generation of kids, are they getting healthier or are they getting sicker? They're all getting sicker. And do we see any changes coming through any other profession or organization that's moving the needle or driving the health of children and the health of the next generation in a positive way or in a negative way? Like, is there anybody else doing anything that's driving in a positive way? I mean, these kids need to get out and they need to exercise. They need to eat better. They need to do all this stuff. But if they have, significant amount of nerve interference, if they have significant upper cervical subluxation, it doesn't matter how great the food is they eat, it doesn't matter how much they exercise, their life potential is reduced. Their brain isn't going to communicate to their body at 100%, their body back to their brain. The potential that they have is reduced. Their ability to heal, their ability for their body to adapt and function at its optimal form um, isn't going to happen if they have that vertebral subluxation, and nobody else can find that and fix that besides you guys, principal chiropractors. This shows look to the children, which is why we're talking about kids. So if you're a chiropractor and you're watching this, you're the one who has the power to do that. Anybody can tell them to eat better, and anybody can give them advice on exercising and their parents and try to retrain their parents to do the right thing. But ultimately, the subluxation is not going to go away by doing anything else than seeing a chiropractor and a chiropractor assessing it and fixing it, finding it, fixing it, and leaving it alone. And that's what we need to just keep preaching and keep educating families and parents and other doctors and every person we can get in contact with, because you never know who you're going to tell. That's going to create an enormous ripple effect and ultimately improve the lives of so many other kids across the country and across the world. And, if you don't know, we started a software company called Sked 6 years ago because we see hundreds of kids every week, and we just realized that we weren't making chiropractic care convenient enough for families to be able to make chiropractic part of their normal everyday lifestyle, once a week, lifetime family wellness care. We weren't making it easy enough. They got it, they wanted it, they could afford it. They just didn't have the time and the energy to get into the office that frequently with all the kids and everything that they had going on. So we created a patient app that allowed them to schedule and reschedule and actually come into the office. And we were ahead of the curve on convenience. We didn't know that 2020 was going to happen. And now look at people order everything mobily. Coffees are mobile. Amazon delivers everything to your door, sometimes the same day. Your groceries are delivered. Your Costco order is delivered. There's basically nothing you can't buy from your phone that gets delivered to you. So guess what? People expect that now. When we start talking about expectations versus agreements, if you're married, you know that if your spouse has an expectation of you and you don't know that expectation, you're never going to meet the expectation. And unmet expectations turn into bad scenarios. Same thing, your patients and your families expect it to be quick and easy and convenient to come into your office, just like the rest of their life, just like every other company that's striving to make it more convenient for them to purchase and buy and use their services. We need to continue to move in that direction of convenience without sacrificing our results. So we know how to assess, we know how to find, we know how to educate about subluxation and chiropractic care. But the whole scheduling aspect and the ability of fitting that into their normal everyday life, we're reactive more than we're proactive. The classic chiropractic solution to patients not showing up or patients not valuing their care or not calling, to say that they can't come in today is to be reactive. Let's react to that and fine them for not coming in. Or let's discipline them for not sticking to their recommendations when they're just like, I'm just trying to get through today and tomorrow with this family and my job and the craziness in this world and the news and everything coming at me. I value the care. I want the care. Just I can't do it right now is what they're thinking. And so they no call, no show or whatever. So what I'm suggesting is you shift your mindset and how do we help them make chiropractic care easy on their life so it's not adding stress and they're not, having to schedule time to think about this and all of that. And that's why we sync their chiropractic calendar with their phone calendar and their iCal calendar, Google Calendar. We make it really easy for them to move their appointment 30 minutes either direction in the same day. As sports come up and things come up, we let them schedule on Sundays. Majority, 40% of our scheduled and rescheduled appointments through the app happen on Sundays because that's when people are planning out their week. So we're like, okay, this is what families want. Let's give it to them. Let's create a scenario where it's easy for them. Because we realize you want to schedule on a Sunday. I'm not available. My team's not available to answer your phone, look at our schedule, and see if we can move an appointment from Monday at 10 to Monday at 11. So we just didn't have a solution for them. So what are we going to do? Just keep saying, well, if you don't show up Monday at 10, you get a $75 fine. You're going to pay for your adjustment anyway. They're going to be like, heck with that. I'm not even scheduling, and I probably won't even come in because you just make it so not convenient because you're disciplining me when it's out of my control. So just give them another solution. You just got to think about that in all the areas of your practice. When you're suggesting, and this is assuming you're really good at educating and they do see the value, and you're building that in, and you created agreements, and you know what their goals are, and you know what the plan is in the path, and you're communicating all that effectively, so they get it, they want it, they understand it, they have agreement, and they're going to do it. Like you've done all of that. Now making convenience, increasing their convenience equals compliance, and increased compliance equals results, and results equals reviews on Google, and reviews on Google equals more people seeing that and coming in. We push internal referrals, and one person telling one person is awesome. We have 60 plus internal referrals every single month. So what the stuff I'm telling you is exactly what we're doing in our clinic. We're seeing 120 plus new patients a month. We're over 1,600 visits a week in adjusting. We have 500 plus Google reviews. So this stuff is real world. This is what we're doing, moving the ball forward in our own clinic today, right now. But I can tell you that a Google review is going to reach so many more people for infinity amount of time. If I have a family that has amazing testimonial and they tell one family, that's awesome, and we want them to do that. But if they post that on Google, how many people is that going to reach for how long? That's going to impact so many other kids and families. So it goes beyond just bringing in more new patients for you through Google. It's how many kids' lives out of that 27.5 million that are receiving regular medical attention. Those 27.5 million kids need you. They need a chiropractor. Their mom is on social media. They're on Google. They need to find your site. That's why you got to get 500 plus Google reviews, 5 stars with stories. So when that mom that's bringing her kid regularly for medical attention sees your website or sees your Google listing because somebody told them or they heard about it somewhere, they're like, man, this place is awesome. Their website's excellent. Their reviews are excellent. Their onboarding is excellent. So sometimes you just need to get better before you get bigger. You need to really get excellent. You need to work at it. All the systems, is your onboarding awesome? So this is our onboarding. You sign up as you go to our Google reviews. They're awesome. You want to make an appointment. You click on the link. It's all electronic. It knows our schedule real time. This is all connected through schedule. You book an appointment, goes on our schedule, builds the file automatically, sends you an email with a link to paperwork, a video from me welcoming you to the clinic, directions to the office, online paperwork forms. You fill all that out. Your appointment's scheduled. 48 hours before the appointment, you're getting another email with confirming whether you fill out your paperwork or not. Again, this is all automated. We don't have to do anything. This is just done. 24 hours before, we're just confirming that appointment with excitement. They're coming in for that appointment. This is day 1 now. So 20 minutes after they arrive to that appointment, they're getting a text message with a link to download their Sked app, because Sked syncs with CLA now. So we're doing their nerve muscle HRV evaluations on day 1. So that information is being sunk right to their Sked app that they're downloading, part of that day 1 process. So when they get through the day 1 and they're about to leave, our team is showing them that they can see those scans now in their app. They can share those with their family and their friends. They leave for that appointment. So 2 hours after they arrived to that appointment, they're already gone. Now they get a video from me saying, recapping what was covered on day 1, and just building excitement into day 2 when they're coming back for their report of findings and their new patient orientation. That increases retention immensely. All automated, all goes out automatically. So then the day before the report of findings, they're getting another text message reminder and information on where to come, that they should bring their spouse, that this is really important. All this is automatic. They come into the report of findings. We close that whole scenario out. They start care, they leave, they automatically get another email with a video congratulating them on this process. And that we're just excited to start this journey with them. That's excellent. Their experience is excellent. They're going to tell way more people. They're going to commit to care. They've created agreements. Now we made it convenient for them to move their appointments around. I don't care if they reschedule 10 times this week, as long as they come in twice or 3 times or whatever the recommendations are. And we've got a 99+% show up rate using this model, about letting them move their appointment around, but still making the number of visits that they need to that week. So you just have to be more excellent. You just have to work at it. So what it took for us to create that system in our practice to be automated and to have all the videos, it took a lot of work, but it's a one-time lift. I'm not doing it I don't have to hire somebody and say, watch the screen, and every time a new patient schedules, go into Gmail and send them an email and make sure you attach this video. Like that's how we used to do it 10 years ago. Now you just build systems. We build great systems that allow us to scale and automate so we can move forward and just get to the next level and ultimately just chip away at that 27.5 million kids in the United States that are receiving regular medical attention. And if we don't get to them now, they're going to be 27.5 sick adults that are going to come to us when they're 30 to 40 years old. And you're going to tell them the same thing. And they're going to say, why the heck didn't somebody tell me 20 years ago? How come nobody ever told me this? How many times do you guys, if you're not hearing that, you're not speaking from the heart enough. You're not sharing the story enough. How come somebody didn't tell me this? Every time I hear that, that drives me to just do more. Even if we're going to an event and we're like, we're probably going to get no new people from this event, but it gives us the chance to speak truth in chiropractic and subluxation to 50 people. We're going to do it. We're going to invest in it. We're going to do it because those 50 people need to hear the chiropractic story, the chiropractic message, even if it doesn't directly bring new patients that day. All of that comes back to you. And ultimately, we just need to educate more people. That's our goal, doctors, teacher, and we need to teach more people about the power of their own body to heal itself. So hopefully you got something out of this today. If anything, just more fired up on chiropractic, and the mission now is bigger than ever. And it's growing every single day. And you have a unique skill set and ability to impact so many people's lives. Just keep using it. Keep speaking from the heart, sharing your story and serving more people every single day. So don't miss the next show, Look to the Children. I'm filming it on the first Thursday of each month. And Dr. Monica is the third Thursday of every month. You're not going to want to miss her. She brings so much value in science and real world practical things you can use to see more kids every single day in your practice and provide better results and a better experience. So thanks again to ChiroSecure for hosting Look to the Children. We hope you guys have a fantastic month, and we'll see you again soon.
Today's pediatric show, Look to the Children, was brought to you by ChiroSecure.